Race 1 here at Warwick is the Warwick Credit Union Trotters Marathon. It's over the marathon distance of 2,950 metres. The scratching here is number 4, Galaxy Hunter. Number 1 is Old Sun. Lola Weideman drives here for Mal Charlton at Pippamar. 4th at Albion Park last start behind Hard Done By, was only beaten 3.6 on that occasion. Drawn the pole here. If it steps away, should get a lovely run in transit. Number 1, Old Sun. 2 is Steve Star. Stephen Doherty is the driver for Mal Charlton at Pimpamar. Finished 3rd at Albion Park behind Hard Done By, beaten 2.2. Drawn well here off the front row. If steps away, should be thereabouts. Number 3, the Sharp Shooter, is trained by Mal Charlton. Julie Weideman in the bike this afternoon. Finished down the track at Albion Park last start after sitting 4th at the Bell. 4 is a scratching Galaxy Hunter, and 5 is Monorail, trained by Karen Bennett at Jim Boomber, and the driver is Grant Archer. Finished down the track at Albion Park last start, but did stand flat-footed at the start on that occasion, and if it steps away from that 30-metre handicap, should make light work of it. Number 5, Monorail. My late mail numbers are 5, 2, 1 and 3. 5, Monorail to defeat the 2, Steve Star, 1, Old Sun, and 3, the Sharp Shooter. You have a few minutes of betting time remaining before they get underway for race 1 here at Warwick Turf Club at Darling Downs Harness Racing Club for the Warwick Credit Union Trotters Marathon.
Old Sun, Monorail, followed by Steve Star. The Sharp Shooter, Old Sun, followed by Monorail, then Steve Star. Steve Star. Thank you, Ben. Yeah, they're at the start now for the opening event. And, of course, Ben, ladies and gentlemen, will be your race broadcaster here throughout the afternoon as well. He'll be calling the last couple of races on the card and the race preceding the Warwick Cup. And, of course, he'll be trackside for all of the presentations after the running of each race here today. So only a small field of 4, and they're at the start for the opening race. Warwick Credit Union Trotters Marathon, $1.80 now Monorail, $2.50 Steve Star, Old Sun 6s, the Sharp Shooter at 12. Still 5 minutes of betting time remaining. So 90 seconds of betting time remaining here for the opener. Monorail $1.85, 260 Steve Star. Old Sun at 5s and the Sharpshooters at $14. 185 Monorail is the favourite back on the 30. So they'll come forward in just a moment here. Starter Mr. Bob Cressy today. And we're just counting down towards the starting time for race 1 on the Warwick Pacing Cup Day for Garrards for 2017. Monorail 185, 260 Steve Star, $5 Old Sun, and $14 about the Sharpshooter, the roughie of the field. So they're just about to come up for the opening event. And scratching of the 4 Galaxy Hunter. First of 7 here. Track is rated as a good 4 here on the grass this afternoon. Feature race 2:49 local time. So the Sharpshooter, Old Sun, Steve Star on the front. So they're about to come up. About to come forward for the opening event. Starting signal now posted, ladies and gentlemen. Monorail, the favourite off the back row. $1.85. So they're coming up to the tapes. So Monorail will have to overcome the 30-metre back line. So they're just about to come up the Sharpshooter. Old Sun from the inside. Here's Steve Star getting set. Walking up to the start. Monorail on the 30. Stand by. Tapes release. Racing in the first. Line of 3 off the front. Steve Star in the middle of the line. Broke the line running. Old Sun is booting through underneath it. And dropping back to third was the Sharpshooter, and Monorail chasing hard at the tail end of the field. Perhaps about, well, probably about 25 metres to make up, but he's chasing hard. The leader now is Steve Star. As they travel the first furlong at Steve Star, showing the way out by 4 metres. Over in second position was Old Sun. 4 metres back in third spot there. Next of all was the Sharpshooter, and Monorail chasing hard at the tail end of the field. He's about 10 metres away now and perhaps 15 metres off the speed. Steve Star is the leader as they sweep towards the side of the track on the first occasion. Remembering there's 2,950 metres before them in the Warwick Credit Union Trotters Marathon. The opening race here at Allman Park this afternoon, and Steve Star every pace to winner at the moment. Out in front by 5 metres over Old Sun. 6 metres back in third position was the Sharpshooter, and about 6 metres further astern to Monorail. Back last of all in a hacking tempo here, and as they run up towards the home turn here, and it's played again, Charlie, basically this far from home. The leader on the inside was Steve Star for young Stephen Doherty. Shows the way in the Spider out 4 metres in advance over Old Sun for Lola Weineman. In behind it, the Sharpshooter 4 metres away third for Julie Weineman, and about 5 metres away back last of all was Monorail for Grant Archer, and it's still spotting the leader. If my math serves me correctly, perhaps about 20 metres head start. So they straighten up for the run of the judge. They've got about 1,950 metres left to travel, and it's Steve Star still the leader, and they're in Indian file. Only track work speed at the moment. Steve Star in front, 4 metres. Over in second position was Old Sun. The Sharpshooters 4 or 5 metres away in third spot, and that similar margin away to Monorail, the supreme backmarker, who closed off at around $1.85 on the fixed price. Borders back last of all. So they're at the post here. 1 circuit left to travel, and normally you'd hear the bell. They're on the turn out of the home straight. Steve Star the leader over Old Sun. Followed then by the Sharpshooter, who's third, and Monorail is back last of all. So they are over the crossing all safely, and we'll say it this far from home that no one has put a foot wrong. Steve Star the leader, with 1,500 metres left to travel, 4 metres in advance over Old Sun, followed then by the Sharpshooter, 4 metres back third, and 4 metres away to Monorail, still back last of all. No changes to the pattern here, and once again, it's play it again Sam this time. feature race on the card, ladies and gentlemen, is race 5 this afternoon. The Garage 2017 Warwick Pacing Cup 2:49 is the start time, fully covered by UBET and Radio TAB. So they're back to where they started from, and in front on the rails, Steve Star, as the pace increases ever so slightly. He's 5 metres in advance over Old Sun, followed then by the Sharpshooter, similar margin away third, and still Monorail is now back last of all. Perhaps let's make it 12 metres off the speed. So they're midway along the back straight here. They got about 1,000 metres left to go in this epic event, the Warwick Credit Union Trotters Marathon for 2017, and for the first time Monorail popped off the inside from last. It's Steve Star, the leader, off the back straight down to the 900, shows away 6 metres in advance over Old Sun in behind it. Then came the Sharpshooter, who's dropped the bit in third spot. It's about to be collared by Monorail, who's taking off around the outside. They're at the 800 metre top turn. Still Steve Star, the leader, 5 metres in advance over Old Sun, who's about to come off the inside, followed then by Monorail, who works to third, and the Sharpshooter is back last of all at the 600. Steve Star in front. The margin now 1.5 metres. Over in second position was Old Sun, who popped off the inside to give chase about 6 metres away to Monorail, and they're followed by the Sharpshooter, who's back last of all as they negotiate the home turn here. 400 metres from the judge. Steve Star in front over Old Sun, quickly collaring it on the outside. Monorail still third, then came the Sharpshooter. Last of all as they straighten up for the run of the judge, Steve Star and Old Sun going toe-to-toe. 3 or 4 metres in advance over Monorail, the Sharpshooter. Steve Star led the way over Old Sun. It's Steve Star and Old Sun at the 100. Steve Star and Old Sun. Steve Star just the leader over Old Sun on the outside. Making a lunge. Here's the line. Steve Star, late mail salutes. Steve Star beat home. In second position, Old Sun, followed by Monorail about 10 metres away third, and the Sharpshooter was the last runner in. Steve Star, the winner. Steve Star, the late mail, lends the cash to the opening event on the card. So it's 2153. 2153. So 4 minutes, approximately, the time. So it's 2153. The winner, Steve Star. Stephen Doherty for Mel Charlton from Pimpamar. Baymare 6 years of age by Gotta Go Collect out of Perfect Star. Owned by GAC and IZ Davis. Having career start 19 for win 5 this afternoon. So 2153. Now the winning margin.
Going to be about 1 1/4.
1 1/4.
We'll say 10.
By 10. And the overall time.
4 minutes, 26.73.
4:26.73.
And that's all I can give you.
And further details to follow. So it's 2, 1, 5 and 3 on the opening race. 2, 1, 5 and 3. Runners about to return to scale on race 1. So 2, Steve Star, the winner of the race, beats the 1, which was Old Sun. For Lola Whiteman, Mel Charlton, and third to the 5, which was Monorail Grand Archer Karen Bennett, and fourth in 3, which was the Sharpshooter. 2, 1, 5 and 3. That's the story on the opening race. Runners about to come back to scale. So 2, 1, 5, 3. Runners return here. Steve Star with Stephen Doherty in the Spider, proving too good for them in the Warwick Credit Union Trotters Marathon, the opening event on the 7-event card. Steve Star, the winner, 270 about the win. No place pool. The Quinella has paid $4. The Exacta $7.70. The first 4 in Trifecta. Trifecta $7.80 and the first 4 $6.20. Runners return to scale. Ben Hall will be trackside with a presentation with a winner of the Warwick Credit Union Trotters Marathon for race 1. There's the all clear. By the looks of things, all clear. They have weighed in okay. Mr. Shin downstairs, our chairman of stewards today. There's the all clear. All clear. All is okay to pay 2153 on the open event.